Open last week's parasha, the Supreme Court market. How do you know what to look for?
How many shares? What?
You like know what to?
No, it was one of those containers and I shook it, there was something in there, I think. Wow. Unfortunately, I know about it. I've had that experience. No, there was a trap in there, there was a mouse in there.
Where was that?
Right in the wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You saw it sticking out? Or?
No. I think there was a mouse, I shook it, there was something in there.
That's probably what it was.
I'm wrong.
You know, like,
I wasn't gonna go looking to make sure, I wasn't gonna investigate.
I don't blame you. I don't blame
I remember we had mice to deal a little bit, so.
you. Real free.
So the first time they track, they had like the sticky one, caught the
Yeah.
mouse, like picks it up with tires,
Yeah,
whatever it is. By the end of this, by the third or
You're
fourth
picking
one,
up
just
by his
you know
tail.
what I mean? You just exactly.
How many casualties did they have this morning? What happened? He came to the cemetery, there was a mass shooting in Miramar, 5 killed.
Oh my God.
I could,
No.
the rabbi and the Bishop Barak mentioned it, but I didn't.
One second. Rabbi, I gave Jack Petikhan because today's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Jack. Open a second at page 1050. You see it?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Six dead.
6 attacking Israel.
Understand, they think in the morning people are waiting on the posters.
Bus attack in Jerusalem. Open fire. Yeah.
Please open a second on page 1050.
Sorry. I'm just saying there's just an attack. I saw this. I didn't see it.
Regular Shabbat, Halacha really applies to many of us. Not many, everyone, which is where to apply. Second of the Pesukim, and we're going to look at the Rambam and the details. I have a question. All the Achorim are asking. The Pasuk says on page 1050, Ki tivne bait chadash, v'asita ma'akeh legagecha. Is it only a new house? Marquez, you have to put a rail around your roof. And this is a mitzvah aseh. ולא תשים דמים בביתך. Protect your house from being a potential dangerous place. כי ייפול הנופל ממנו, תעשה ולא תעשה. It's one pasuk. You have the Rambam in front of you, take the Rambam Sefer Nezikin. Look at the Rambam, make sure it says in the back Sefer Nezikin. הלכות רוצח. Interesting word the Rambam is putting it, רוצח, yeah. At the end of Sefer Nezikin, which is the book of damages, the Rambam had, this is not good. This one also. This one also. In the other books of the Rambam will lose it. We're going to use later.
What sefer is it?
Sefer Nezikin, הלכות רוצח. פרק י"א. This is a hack. We'll move together with it. מצוות עשה לעשות אדם מעקה לגגו. מצוות עשה שנאמר, הוא just read it.
What sefer is it?
Sefer Nezikin. I took out the phone.
Does that mean that today you don't sit on the roof? They have to put a banister on the porch?
Let me just see. Let me just see the Rambam. You're right, I saw you.
No, the Vav looked like a Zion and it was mixed in there, so I didn't see it right away.
Look at it, Sefer Nezikin, הלכות רוצח, פרק י"א.
You know why we need you.
ומצוות עשה לעשות מעקה לגגו שנאמר, הוא just read it, ועשית מעקה לגגך. And listen carefully what the Rambam is saying now. The Torah used the phrase, כי תבנה בית חדש. Says Rambam, והוא שיהיה בית דירה, only if people are dwelling or living in the house. אבל בית האוצרות, your warehouse, the treasure house, ובית הבקר, or your pen, where you keep your animals, וכיוצא בהם, אינו זקוק לו, you're not obligated. So remember, the Rambam is saying, only if people are dwelling in the house. This is your treasure house. This is your warehouse. You're not chayav. Another. וכל בית שאין בו 4 אמות על 4 אמות, פטור מן המעקה. See, this general halacha, if the house is not 4 by 4, which is 8 by 8, approximately feet, פטור מן המעקה. This halacha is really halacha every. So I have to put a mezuzah on a bite. What defines a house? What is a house? A house is a minimum 4 by 4, and the height is a minimum of 10 tefachim. Okay? So if the Rambam would stop here, it's fine. Okay? In a minute, we'll come back to it and ask a simple question. If I have a pit, I dug in my backyard, I have to put a rail around it, not only because I might be sued, because Torah says, so who cares about the height of the house? If it's in a minute. Rambam continues, בית של 2 שותפים חייבים במעקה. Why is the Rambam saying? Why would you think out of this?
Yeah.
If the house belongs to 2 partners, because it says, כי תבנה בית חדש.
Yeah.
כי תבנה זה singular. Answer is it makes a difference if it's one or two, as long as it belongs to people and it's being used. So בית ששני שותפים חייבים, the Rambam has to say, שנאמר, כי ייפול הנופל ממנו, even though the pasuk does say, כי תבנה singular guy, but כי ייפול הנופל, if anyone can fall from the house, to be the mezuzah.
Is this considered double language? Fall, handle, fail?
Yes, of course.
So it's unnecessary.
In a minute you'll see why the language is ייפול הנופל. אם כן, למה נאמר ועשית מעקה לגגיך, which is a singular, listen to this now. למעט בתי כנסיות ובתי מדרשות. You have a big shul, you have a roof on top, you're not obligated, not because the shul doesn't belong to anyone. You're not, it says legagecha, only if you have a private house, not a shul, not a bet midrash. Even though, again,
You could fall.
you can fall, and even though we just had a ribui, that if the house belongs to two partners, you're chayav, but it's only a house people live in, yeah? Okay, now he's saying another interesting case, you can see it in Yerushalayim, if you go to certain neighborhoods, הייתה רשות הרבים גבוהה ממנו. If you go to places like where Chacham Ovadia lived, yeah? So you have the highway on top, and the houses are built on the strand of the. So באמת, people can fall from the top to my house, but this is not my problem. Yes. ועשית מעקה לגגיך, only if your house, if your roof is up there. If people can fall from the road into your house, yes, but okay. שנאמר כי ייפול הנופל ממנו. Someone might fall off my roof, not someone might fall into my roof. Right. Now, גובה המעקה, what is the height of the מעקה? אין פחות מ10 טפחים. 10 טפחים is in general, 40 inches. כדי שלא ייפול ממנו הנופל, to make sure that it's strong enough, yes, to protect people. וצריך להיות המחיצה החזקה. And the מעקה has to be strong enough כדי שישען אדם עליה ולא ייפול. Not a very thin reminder, be careful. It has to be strong enough that if somebody is leaning on it, he's not going to fall into the מעקה. Now listen to this. וכל המניח דגו ולא מעקה. If you have a roof without a מעקה, ביטל מצוות עשה, which is ועשית מעקה, ועבר הלא תעשה. What is הלא תעשה? שנאמר ולא תשים דמים בביתך, you have to. Okay. So the in a minute you will see, באין לוקים עליו זה, this is a good example. Normally on a לא תעשה, you get 39 lashes.
But you could fix this at any time. You could always put the fence up and conceivably, right? So
And Eli says, because you can do it, but what you didn't do it, the Rambam says, the Rambam gives you another reason, Eli. מפני שאין בו מעשה.
Oh, it's a reason also.
This is very interesting, since you have the Chumash open. Come on, show you. Look at 7 in the Chumash that you have. This is interesting because you learn it from me. This will be fresh.
Can a person be a punishment or something like that if a person got injured and he didn't have the fence?
You have to pay for
Liable.
But remember, normally you're chayav. If you are building something on your sidewalk, here, remember it happened in my house. Yeah?
Mhm.
Look a second on 1062.
62.
There's only one place in the Torah is openly saying that the punishment is 39 lashes, and the details of the 39 lashes we learn from this psukim. Ki yariv bein anashim. The dispute. V'nigshu ala mishpat u'shfatum, they are going to the court. Court find out who is tzaddik and rasha. Tzaddik and rasha means who is
You'll be not guilty.
right. V'haya in bin hakot rasha. If the one that is guilty in a type of avera that he deserves 39 lashes, v'hipilo hashofet, the judge orders to tie him up to a pole in a leaning position, ויקהו לפניו כדי רשעתו במספר. And he gets the lashes. 40 יקנו לא יוסיף, yes, פן יוסיף להכותו על אלה מכה רבה, ונקלע אחיך לאלה לך. Every word here is teaching us halachot, but without going into the details, this is the only place in the Chumash that the punishment of Malkut is mentioned. Now listen to the next pasuk. The next pasuk is Lo tachsom shor v'dishor.
Is where you have to learn a maaseh, right? That you have to actually muzzle the animal.
Right. Look a second. This is written in the same parasha. Parasha means look at the space. Before pasuk aleph, look at the space at the end. So this is considered parasha.
And what does it last
The
have to do with the rest?
Seldim and Yamim, those who are Talmudim of the Gemara, they never ever stop for Aliyah any place, only if this is called the end of the parasha. This is Pruchot Stumot, which means if this is written by the end of this parasha, there is a connection between the two. As Eli said, if I put a muzzle on my animal, it's an active asur, yes? Why is the punishment of Malkot written near putting a muzzle? The Gemara learns out that if it's a love, she'ein bo ma'aseh, not to put a marker is a love.
Same liability.
But I didn't do it. There's no Malkot. When do you get Malkot? Only the love sheyesh bo ma'aseh. If you left chametz in your house and Pesach, they're not getting Malkot. Even though the avera is right there, lo yira'eh, lo yimatzeh.
So what's the punishment?
If you went, what's the punishment? If a person repeats it too many times, the Sanhedrin can give him under oath.
Oh, it's just step down
The
from races.
punishment is basically, it's nothing less. I mean, if you want the language, he doesn't have the opportunity to cleanse himself.
Yeah.
Now, so this is a lav she'ein bo ma'aseh. Sometimes you have a lot said that you can rectify. If you took the mother of the kids, you can send the mother later. So here the Torah is teaching us, if you didn't do a marker, even though it's a soup, if you are going on Pesach to buy cookies, then you get. It's a rare type of an example. The same Avirah twice. Once, two neighbors, one would not get, one would. The one that left it over, it's a lav she'ein bo ma'aseh, yes? It's no Malkot. The one that purchased is doing the Avirah.
And the last pasuk technically has nothing to do with the text of what's
Correct,
preceded.
no.
It's like, what's that all
So
about?
this is,
Yeah.
in the language of the Gemara, you label this as smuchim. Smuchim means one is written, here there are many halachot that we learn from the fact that they are written near each other. Now let's go back to the Rambam. Here we have the Rambam in front of you. Let's go back.
The clock is accurate. That's what fixed it yesterday.
Oh, okay. That's important.
Yeah, no, it's very well.
So look a second. Let's go back to the Rambam. The Rambam told us the height, the size of the room. Now, Halacha Dalet, he pops up with something new. Echad Hagag. ואחד כל דבר שיש בו סכנה. Any area in your property that is posing potential danger, וראוי שייכשל באדם וימות. Potentially someone might get injured and die, כגון, says the Rambam like, שהייתה לו באר או בור בחצרו. You have a well, yes, or pit.
Yeah.
בין שיש בו מים, בין שאין בו מים, חייב לעשות, you're obligated to fence the well, 10 טפחים, או לעשות לה כיסוי, or you have to
Fill it up,
cover,
cover it.
כדי שלא ייפול באדם וימות.
Is Ramban giving us practical, or is this a mitzvah also that he's learning from this pasuk?
Okay, in a second. Eli is asking, what do you learn? Are we learning it from the first half of the pasuk? Remember, כי תבנה בית חדש ועשית מעקה לגביו. Yes? The pasuk continues, yes?
Why? Because no one gets hurt.
ולא ייפול הנופל ממנו. And the Rambam told us that if a person is not doing it, he's over an aseh and not aseh. Are we learning this halacha that I might put a fence around my well from the first half or the second? You'll see in a minute. The Rambam continues, וכן כל מכשול שיש בו סכנת נפשות. Any type of an obstacle that potentially might endanger, not injuries, סכנת נפשות. Because כי ייפול הנופל ממנו is מצוות עשה להסירו ולהישמר ממנו. מצוות עשה to remove it, to protect it, שנאמר, פסוק עברי, הישמר לך ושמור נפשך מאוד. Remember, we learned few weeks ago, we read פרשת בית חנן. רק הישמר לך ושמור נפשך מאוד. So smoking, drugs, alcohol, whatever you want, yes, this is in general. In reality, anything that, now we live in a society that we are afraid always for being sued, so we are careful about it. But this is in our Torah. Now listen to this. ואם לא הסיר, if you are not removing those obstacles, said the Rambam, והניח המכשולות המביאים לידי סכנה, and you left those potential dangerous obstacles, here the Rambam says, Eli, ביטל מצוות עשה, which one? ועשית מעקה, ועבר בלא תשים תמיד. So here, basically at the end, the Rambam is telling us that the obligation to put a fence around the well or any dangerous object is not a symptom in the bit. So now we have a big problem. Let's go to the beginning, Eli. The Rambam told us that if the house or is not the right size, it's less than 4 by 4. And patu maybe for Basita Ma'akeh Legagecha.
Yeah, but what about but the dangers is still the danger.
I mean, if you realize it's a serious question.
Yes. Yeah.
How can you say pursue?
3 by 3 is okay. People could fall
So
over.
exactly. You have to put a fence around that pit, around the well.
A small pit that people could trip.
So Chazoni says something fascinating. Isn't what he says?
No, but the height, the pit is flesh level.
Good. But if I'm obligated to remove any potential danger, regardless of the size, height, so if I have a big shoe, yes, No, and no one, remember, means no one. The community is not chayav. Why? Says Chazon Ish, here's what he says every time if the potential danger is obvious, be'emet, without the Torah, I would never have to put any fence around it because everyone knows not to go. I mean, we live in a society, kids are, but we're talking about.
Saying it's basically common sense. People
Says the
don't know.
Chazon Ish, here it is, the Chidush is here, right? You're obligated to put your marker in the house. Who in the world is going to go up in the Empire State Building on your roof? Yes? Near the edge.
Unlikely.
Comes the Torah and says, Inu Chidush. Even though no one, with this, even though no one would go up anyway. Now, when it comes to a well, of course you are chayav because no one notices. You know what he says? In a minute you'll see that this interpretation, it's a chidush, which means the Torah told me that even though potentially, there's no chance that someone would fall on a roof. Remember, we live in a day we let kids go free. Is that adults would never go up to a roof. Says the Torah, regardless, you have to. And that, the Torah says, what is the definition? What is the definition of a roof, of a house? Height, width. But enachinami, if it's a type, of a danger, people would not notice. Of course you have to put the fence around. In a minute you'll see why we gain a lot by.
But so when we build houses, most of the times they have slant roof, but the many houses are built with a flat roof. And this question actually came up. And if you have a flat roof and nobody walks on it, you can't even get there.
According to Chazon Ish, if no one can get there, then you don't have to.
And what about if
So
you're
if
only
you
doing?
can, if you have an opening, let's say for the roofer.
Yeah, the air conditioning is up there, and only the air conditioning guy goes up there.
But if reality, like the door is unlocked, then you have to. See, this is a good question. If your wife, you have the lock, and the air conditioner man comes in the key, then it's a protected area.
We're not going to take it as a chok, as
No, but it says because
it tells us
because the
why.
correct.
Because it tells us
Have a
why.
flat roof and a guy comes up with a ladder.
Okay,
Go to his
there
head,
is
so
a-
the pediatrician has a ladder.
right, but an outsider can never get to it. You see, Eli
There
is
is a
saying,
difference.
I have a door to my room. The door is locked. Remember, locked means with a lock.
Yeah.
It's not accessible.
Right.
It's not accessible.
In
If
ancient
you-
times,
you
didn't
can-
people also go on their roof to
Not
rest?
only- not
It was-
only-
that was a room.
What do you, what do you mean ancient
They
time?
put stuff
Come to,
dry on the roof.
come to Israel today for 1500 years by the Arabs. Spring and summer, you leave, you have a new roof, you have the roof. You sleep there, you eat there.
So it has to have
When you have-
fences,
But this is the
because
point.
people are frequent.
The front,
Yeah.
the front of our houses is a roof. It's a flat, it's a pitch roof, but very small pitch. There's no walls around that. And once you have a flat,
Right, yeah,
completely
got it.
flat roof where people can get to it, like the rabbi is
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
we have to put a wall,
It says that the
Why are
Chazon
people
Ish says,
getting there?
whatever the
It's
case
like a
is.
porch.
Are they
Whatever.
actually using it?
There's access
Eli,
to it. Once you have access to it.
if you learn Gemara, Shabbat, Gemara, Beitzah, people used to take the dry.
Yeah, that's fine. I know.
The
They used to-
fruit and they
right.
used to.
They used to go on the roof. I told you when it was very hot out. They used to go on the roof.
Exactly.
Yeah, that I understand. Yes, that I understand.
Or putting
No,
clothes
but
on
you
the
see what
drying.
the Rambam is saying, that the way the Chazon Ish explains, but Bateknesiyot, no one would ever go up to the roof of a shul, you understand?
Right. Right.
This is the Chidush. The
The shul they
Chidush
used
is-
to,
What?
the shul they used to, the kids.
Rabbi, I used to play on roofs.
Yeah, because remember, the kid is because we
That's right.
let go. Now take
Yeah.
this Rambam, Sefer of Ahava.
Sensible adults would not do that.
There's a lot of flat roofs they built. They put the air conditioning units up
Yeah,
there. It's not for
Yeah,
people
that
to
you
walk.
have to.
But I'll give
In
you
high school, we used to.
I'll give you an example.
But you have to
My-
put a railing on that.
We used to run the roof on this.
On top of it.
My-
Yeah, you have to.
One of the reasons kids go to the roof is it's a good place to hide.
By their legs.
Is that regulation?
It's a good
But
place.
not on the, not on the,
It's a
How
good
do you
place
feel
to hide.
Why?
Because it's a,
It's
a.
crazy roof.
I know,
I'm scared
it's a-
thinking of that.
There's a song up
Out
on the
the
roof.
window, yeah, by their legs.
Jack, there's a song up on the roof.
Oh, yeah?
Up on the roof.
No, I used to play on the roof.
So meanwhile, if you have a
Wow.
pit and it's only 3 feet where somebody could get hurt, but they're not as.
you're not chayav
Yeah,
la
yeah.
Torah, Kol.
Yeah.
So let me give you a practical example. You don't realize. I have a next door neighbor, a young couple, a son of a wealthy man himself in the private business, built beautiful home, okay? So you're going up the steps, here is the door, but there is the edge.
Oh, my
On the
gosh.
It's like a
I
porch.
didn't feel comfortable. No, it's not completed. I mean,
Those
those
are high.
the money.
Those are
But
high.
I see that someone apparently told me. Now he's really, he doesn't let anyone to go up.
Yeah, electrocuted.
But you realize, even you might have a very wide porch, yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
And
I was
the
10.
door to your house is in the middle of the porch.
Yeah.
As long as in the edge.
Clothesline.
That's the law here. You have to have a railing, you have to have something, anything 3 feet above the ground.
The railing, but this is exactly what the Torah is saying. Over there will be like the Torah. Now, open the Rambam Sefer
I had a
Ahava.
cousin of mine.
Sefer Ahava.
But Rambam was saying that only in a life, only if your life is in danger, he's saying.
Right, but
He, I
the
mean, he doesn't
question
say
is,
that.
which,
My
you
father's
know,
first
are we talking about the
So
kid
you call
falling?
Adam,
or young
Adam
man.
Yamut.
Eli, any older man.
Oh, okay.
No, Eli is asking a question.
No,
Eli
it's-
is saying,
it's
if
3 feet.
if you're not having a rail on your porch,
And it's
and
3
that's-
feet.
it's much more monetary, it's Arba more, which is 8 feet.
8 feet, you'll die, you could die. No, that's for
But
sure.
this is the point. Open out the Rambam in Sefer Ahava, Ilchot Berachot. Perek Yud Aleph. Perek Yud Aleph has many rules. This is not, look a second, we have the brown one. I took already the first brown one. No, Eli. The shelf. Yes, but I took, yeah, I did take all of them. Yeah, good. Once I sent the kid. No, I sent once a kid to bring Rambam Sefer Ahava. I want to Sefer Nashim. No, but
You know where his mind was at.
No, it was a good lesson. Couldn't understand.
Hold on.
David.
How would you translate Rani?
Love. Love.
Which one?
Oh, we have these, oh, right.
If anyone needs more, we have it. Anyway, look at the Rambam Perek Yud Aleph, Sefer Ahava, Ilchot Berachot. Yeah, Perek Yud Aleph, Halacha Chet. I'm very interested. Perek Yud Aleph is a fascinating Perek with many rules, but we're not going into the rules, focusing on this particular Halacha Yud Aleph Chet. The Rambam is giving you really here all the rules, all the Berachot. Sefer Ahava, you have Sefer Ahava,
Yeah.
Chod Berachot, Yud Aleph, Yud Aleph. This is your Chod Milah.
Nobody's anywhere on Zoom.
No, today-
Nobody's on Zoom.
No,
I know, but we usually have 3-4 people on Zoom. It's strange.
yes, that's one of those days.
Ike's away, I think. Mel's probably.
I saw Mal. He's probably back there, he's late in there.
Look careful, let's read carefully. The examples of the Rambam here. Perek Yud Aleph, Halacha Chet, okay? Slow, let's read it slow. Kol mitzvah she'asiyata yigmar chiyuva. Every mitzvah that upon fulfilling it, the mitzvah is completed. Mevarer b'shat asiyah. Okay? וכל מצווה שיש אחר עשייתה ציווי אחר, אינו מברך אלא בשעה שעושה הציבור. Let's see the example.
The last step.
כיצד? The Rambam is bothered. You're building a sukkah. Why don't you make a bracha immediately? The Torah says build a sukkah. The answer is mitzvah is not to build a sukkah.
So live in it.
Mitzvah is to sit in the sukkah. The Rambam is saying if building the sukkah is not the end of the mitzvah, okay, so here's another one. Or lulav. You picked up a lulav from the tree. You manufacture the shofar. Tzitzit. Tefillin. You are a tefillin maker. You have a new pair. It's not the Gemara mitzvah. Gemara mitzvah is to put it in your Bible.
But you do say bracha when you start to write the clock.
Almost says, no.
You don't?
No, the scribe only says, have a kavanah for the
Oh, he
mitzvah.
doesn't say bracha.
No.
Okay. Okay.
אינו מברך בשעת עשייה, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לעשות סוכה או לולב, יונת, why? מפני שיש אחר עשייתו, because there is the mitzvah is, okay. ואם אתה מברך, בשעה שישב בסוכה, או כשינענע הלולב, או כשישמע קול השופר, או שיתעכב בציצית. So you realize when you manufacture the tzitzit, you are manufacturing. Okay, of course we are. אבל אם עשה מעקה, all the examples that Rambam is giving us, מברך בשעת עשייה.
When you're making it,
Because the minute you put the rail,
that's the
the
mitzvah
minute
itself.
you're building the self, right away you are,
That's mitzvah,
yes,
that's it.
מברך בשעת עשייה, אשר קידשנו ומצוותיו וציוונו לעשות מה. So remember the Rambam's opinion is that if you build a rail or you build a fence, you make a bracha.
Even if you're not living there. But so you built it, but you're not
It's your
even
house,
moving
really,
yet.
it's a house.
It's still
But if you
mitzvah.
hire a goy, hire a goy, why make the beracha
finish
as the
it.
goy is doing it when he
Yeah,
finishes
you
it?
have any time, right? So most Rishonim say in the last break,
That's the time. That's
he has to
what
call,
you actually put it in.
he has to call you.
Yeah,
You put it in.
Yeah. Oh, you have to actually physically do it.
You do
Because
the
you're not
list to finish
making a
your touch.
bracha and a mitzvah that the goy is doing for you.
Even now the sukkah, I have the boy
Yeah.
come and I roll down his heart.
Right, over there is another reason.
Without the
also,
beracha,
that the schach has to be made right.
Yeah.
But others are saying the Machane Ephraim was Migyonei Asfarim in Turkey. He says, if the worker is really working for you, he's like the extension of your hand, not shaliach. You cannot appoint a goy to deliver a get. You
Can't
cannot
be the-
appoint a goy to
Can't
give
be a
the money of
shaliach.
Pidyon HaBen. It's not a shaliach. The Gemara is having a phrase, Yad Eved, Keyad Raboy.
Yeah.
Yad Eved, my hand, remember I'm paying for his time. Fine. Remember, this is the Rambam's opinion. So
Yeah.
again, listen carefully now. Eli, even though I'm putting the fence, the rail, to protect people from falling, I'm making a bracha. Good? Now, here's a mitzvah now that me and you sometimes do, sometimes don't do. Let's see if there is a bracha or not.
But can I clarify, you said to put up a fence to prevent people, I think a fence because I'm obligated to put up a fence. They gave us the reason after.
No.
I just want to be sure.
What's the purpose?
Oh, the
of
purpose.
mitzvah? Is protection for sure.
Uh,
Well, what do you say, David? What?
Do we say a beracha for Eruv?
what kind
Of
of?
course you
Around
do.
your house.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
So I'm interested because I have a young man that comes to check my roof in this before the summer. And sometimes it's down, so he fixes it. He puts it up, so he's saying the beracha, he doesn't tell me to say beracha.
This is a general question. Every time, if you ask someone to put a mezuzah for you, the shaliach makes it.
Huh, maybe he did.
Maybe he does.
But remember by
It's like that son-in-law.
by
Oh,
your
nice.
most
Hustle Nate.
likely it's not making bracha. Anyway, let's go now to the Rambam. in
Always make
Perek
sure and
Vav.
they made it check their roof because things can happen over the winter.
What do you mean can happen? If you don't
They
check,
do.
most likely
I know.
it happens.
Yeah. No, most times nothing happens.
In my house in upstate, this is really in the forest.
Yeah. The
Everything,
trees,
the
stuff
minute I come up, I go up. Very often a branch fell or a wind or whatever, yeah.
What did he say bracha on the Eruv? Because there isn't a roof, so is this extra or is he being more careful?
Because they
See,
supposedly.
There's no
Eruv-
Eruv, there's no Eruv in deal,
So
so
I don't know holding one.
You know, he's
Oh,
right.
this is, you don't hold it, it's
No,
a legal
no.
Eruv. It's
Like,
illegal
the
Eruv.
fact that you're not holding it doesn't make the
Oh, I see.
he's telling you, since
No,
many rabbis are saying,
Since many rabbis,
they,
not
no,
all.
no, but this is cannot make you make a bracha, I say,
Especially in deal.
because you don't need.
You don't have 600, there's chances, a better chance in deal than Brooklyn that it's
Yeah.
about
Right,
there.
100%, 100%. 100%. Do you have anything like Ocean Parkway?
No,
Not talking
no,
away.
Norwood Avenue.
I'm
Norwood
not-
Avenue,
No,
there's a
you
lot
know
of traffic.
what I'm saying, no,
With-
Not a Chris,
This is
it's
not my
only this
question.
is
Amount of cars.
No, this is not my question. Here we have 600,000 people passing a day. If you start from the beach till
Till
till-
Prospect
till
Park.
Prospect Park,
You don't need that,
there
right?
are tens of thousands of cars, and many of them have.
Passengers.
But Sfaradim only need 16
I
amot.
don't know, not those the Sfaradim that rely on their who come. Maran brings care.
Baruch never wanted it, never allowed
He
it.
didn't allow it.
Go now to פרק ו' מהלכות ברכות, י"א ו', פרק ו', הלכה ב'. You are now in י"א, go back, פרק ו'.
You know, it's funny. Most
Actually,
people-
Jojo, I know how we felt in Brooklyn, I don't know how we felt in deal.
People don't even know that the Eruv ends in certain parts and they just keep on
Oh,
going,
yeah,
keep on going.
Yeah, I know.
And then they Machanel Shabbat regular. They don't know where it is. I know, does anybody know it ends
The
2 blocks
biggest-
before
the
Allenhurst? Nobody knows
The
that.
biggest advantage of the Eruv in Deal
They
here
send
is
out.
the Jews have something to argue. I'm not doing what you're doing. You don't realize, the minute it became an Eruv, that's not by you, Ashkenazim is exactly the same. Boom, part. This is tens of thousands of people in the ghetto. You can see, he is a very good-looking Hasid carrying his children, and this one, I mean, it's a joke. They used to say to these people, Chag Sameach and Shabbat. Now they can carry.
Good now.
So the best is when they told us about the Eruv, he goes, it's not for you people, it's only for the other people.
Oh, in deal, yeah,
Remember that
they
speech
said
they
that
gave us?
100%.
But this is why in places like Panama, we have strong rabbis. They say everyone agrees on the flat, we're not doing it. There's a message for the layman people. They don't, what does it mean? Yes, no, this, that, blah, blah.
I told you before, I went to Rabbi Dweck and they put us, Rabbi, I'm not carrying now. Can I start carrying? She says, no, you can't start carrying now. That's only made for those who are carrying already to give them some kind of
want
relief.
protection.
I don't know, there's a flaw in that, there's a flaw in that thinking, I don't know, there's
That's
definitely a
what
flaw.
they.
I know they said that, but
Not
there's,
really, somebody's carrying and it's Mahalel Shabbat, now you're stopping them from doing it.
so then he couldn't say it's for you and for not you.
We won't settle it here.
Those arguments are as old as
I know,
our hair.
okay, I'm trying to resist, I'm trying to resist,
Before you started.
I'm not, okay.
Look at Halacha
I
Bet.
won't be quite ready.
Look at Halacha Bet a second, 2 more minutes.
Woke us all up.
You won't.
The Eruv question is always. No, but the Eruv, it's a classic. It's a classic.
classic, right.
We're not the only community that has these.
Yeah, I know, I'm sure.
Every year, every community.
Really unbelievable.
So,
I went to Rabbi Abadi in the city, I said, can I carry? He said, no, you can't.
okay.
You know, I think it was an Ashkenaz for this thing, but I don't, but
The city has it.
I asked him that, I remember years ago.
Look at Halacha Bet, Halacha Bet. כל הנוטל ידיו, please listen carefully. בין לאכילה, you wash your hands. בין לקריאת שמע, בין לתפילה, every morning, מברך, we say, everyone says in the morning, שבישענו ורצפותיו וציוונו, שזו מצוות חכמים, שנצטווינו מן התורה, לשמוע מהם, שנאמר על פי התורה אשר יאמרו. How can you say על נטילת ידיים in the morning, ושקדישנו במצוותיו וציוונו, it's a מצווה דרבנן, Hashem told me and you to listen to the rabbis, fine, good. So before you eat, you make a bracha, fine. Says the Rambam, ומים אחרונים, אין מברכים עליהם, שאינם אלא מפני הסכנה.
Oh.
Why are we washing our hands with the hands?
So contradicts
Because open contradiction.
So he's saying the same thing about the Marquette.
Right.
If you really
Marquette also,
realize, it's
yeah,
impossible. See, the Prima Gadim, 300
Doing it
years
to
ago,
avoid
is asking
danger.
an open contradiction. Here you're telling me, Marquette,
Maybe
you are
it's a
making
difference.
a
I'm I'm avoiding danger for myself, the other one is I'm putting other people at risk.
Wow.
Okay, but
Maybe I'm
so
at
look at
risk.
the concept, if the Rambam is telling me a concept,
There's risk.
but if you
Would
think
have a
about
better
it,
chance.
then think about it what he's saying, Asher Kiddishanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu.
Yeah.
For being sanctified, the mitzvah. Here, Shem says, make sure, okay, tomorrow we'll start. If you have time here like today, if you see anyone who reads this, ask him the question. Prima Gadim is asking the question. Kusha Chazaka. When you realize it's too much of a question to be a question, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's too big. But obviously, this an answer to this type of a question has to be checked or measured in other places. You simply have to write or run because